Have you ever wondered about the effects of stress? Hello, everybody, welcome here. This is the mental health therapy. Last time we were here and discussing about the causes of stress. Today we are going to talk about the effects of stress. How does it affect us mentally and physically? How does it affect our lives normally? The first effect of stress, and it is a very negative effect, it causes headache. And how does it cause headache? In a certain way that we know very well that the brain is the functioning body, or it's the controlling body, is the controlling part of the body. So when the brain is fixed with fixed with a lot of things that you're thinking about this, thinking about this, thinking about this, so the nerves that connect the brain to the whole body tend to thicken, and when they thicken, there is an increase in the blood pressure, which definitely leads to stress because the blood is finding difficult in moving, flowing. So that is very one. Number two is fatigue. When a person is stressed, those who attended school, you know very well, after severe reading, that your brain has been active so much, then you will feel like you want to sleep, despite the fact that physically you have not done anything that is, you know, that has affected, that has weakened you, but you have used your mind. So that is fatigue. You feel like you have lost a lot of energy. You have used a lot of energy. So stress can cause it. Then if you are experience fatigue, this simply means that you cannot do anything because you feel like weak. And another effect is poor sleep. Then poor sleep, what does it mean? That you cannot sleep very well. We know it very well that a normal human being is expected to sleep for an average of 8 hours or more, but not more than 10, and not less than 6 hours. So when you have little sleep, you have little sleep exactly, then simply means that the stress is definitely negatively affecting you. This will simply mean that after that time of stress, then you will not be able to wake up in the morning, do things normally, because after all you feel like your day is not normal because you have not had enough sleep as expected. So another thing, it brings about anxiety, and anxiety definitely comes as a mental disorder where you feel like your moods are low, you don't want to talk, you feel like you're sad, you're angry because you're stressed. You have a lot of stress, either you're thinking about books, either you're thinking about your wife, either thinking about your relationship, you're thinking about your financial status, where you are leading next year, and all forth and all forth. So it brings about anxiety, stress. So another thing, it is irritability, and then we have depression. We know very well that too much stress leads to depression, and depression, this is the severe end of stress. And when you're depressed, then you have two types. You can have the bipolar and the major depression. So from stress to bipolar depression, then you have the major depression. So you can see that too much stress will lead to depression, where you lose meaning in life and you will lose everything you own mentally. So stress can lead to depression, and later along we shall talk about depression, the effects and the causes and so on. And one of the causes we have known, it is stress. So another thing is weakened immunity, and weakened immunity comes out because you're stressed and the body is taking a lot of energy to concentrate. The mind is taking a lot of energy and hormones and to concentrate, so you lose hormones and you lose the immune system will go low, and when it goes low, then this simply means that there is high rates of being affected by diseases because your body can no longer sustain to fight the diseases because the immune system is very very low because of stress. Then we have what we call poor concentration. We know very well that the person who is stressed cannot concentrate at any point. Why does he or she can't concentrate? First of all, because the brain is definitely there is high blood pressure that is going on, which leads to the 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 overflow of blood to the brain, and this brings about headache. And when it brings about headache, you cannot concentrate. Either you're reading books, or either you're doing something, either you're in a relationship, either you're walking, either you're driving, then you cannot concentrate because of the high blood pressure in your brain. So that's what we had today. Feel free to comment, share, and like, and pass out this message to anyone you think it will be helpful. I think it has been helpful to you. You have learned something, and maybe you have learned something and it has helped you. So when you're stressed, I always tell you that feel free to talk to others and try to engage in affairs, relationships. Try to feel like you have a meaning in life, and you know very well there is always a meaning in life when you feel like experience pleasure, experience happiness, show love, experience, you know, show love to others. And when you love, then you feel like you have a meaning to live. And like I always tell you, stress is something that happens in our everyday life. You want to button up your shirt, but you think about something, then that is stress. You want to have water, but then there is no water at home, then you must go to the shop to buy water, then that is stress, and so on and so forth. So stay blessed. I love you, and I appreciate what you do, and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, cool.